Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with my midday analysis. Just a quick notification before the analysis. Right now, the Forex Mastermind course is open for enrollment for a few days. Visit the link below this video to check out the course. So before I start the analysis, I want to explain how it works so you can actually use it in your trading. On most Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I hold a live analysis session for my Forex Mastermind students. These sessions are recorded and posted to YouTube. I say most because some days I'm busy and other days I'm not trading, and I have a rule: when I'm not trading, I do not post analysis. In the analysis, I look for price action reversal setups on around 10 to 20 pairs that I'm currently trading. I check every time frame for every pair, taking a systematic approach to doing analysis. Personally, I do this analysis several times per day, but only the midday session is recorded as most setups are spotted then. So what are setups? A reversal setup occurs when price stalls at an area of support resistance and a transition of power occurs, from buyers to sellers or from sellers to buyers. I wait for price to approach these areas and spot potential setups. But these setups are not actual trades. When I share a setup on this analysis, it doesn't mean I'm entering the trade right away. Setups are just setups, and many setups do not trigger, so they never actually become trades. But some of them do, of course, and some of them become trades. To understand this, you have to know a little bit about my strategy, which I share for free on ForexForNoobs.com, and there's a link to the strategy also below. I use 4 different tags in the name of these analysis videos. The tags are in brackets at the end of the name. It's important to know these tags just so you understand what is in the video. So if you see no setups, that means there are no setups today, obviously. If you see upcoming setups on, that means there are no setups, but I have spotted some very strong support resistance areas, which may lead to setups later in the day. So that could be anywhere between a few hours to a whole day. And if it's tagged with setups on, that means there are setups today, and I'm sharing potential trades in the video itself. So let's get started with the analysis. So welcome to today's analysis. Today is Thursday, the 9th of March, 2017. The time is 13:03 here in the UK. You're looking at an AUD New Zealand daily chart, and the potential trade I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's analysis has triggered. AUD New Zealand short has triggered, and it's doing some awesome stuff right now. It's using my entry as a support level. Love it when that happens. So my entry has now become support. Looks like it's going to reverse from there. Okay, the voice box, yeah, moved. I guess you can see it better now. Nice. All right. Yeah, so it's using my entry as support, but you know, that's fine. That happens. It still looks good. This setup still looks good. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a slow mover. It's going really, really slow. It might not even move down. It's very possible that it's going to continue like that, because it is a pretty strong uptrend that I'm trading against. But you know, reversal trades traded against the trend are pretty common, and overall they're profitable. So even if 1 or 2 fail out of, well, maybe more than 1 or 2, but these tend to have like a 50 to 60% hit rate, and with a good risk to reward ratio, a 50 to 60% hit rate is very, very profitable. So yeah, these are slightly riskier because you're trading against the major trend, but they're fine, still profitable. So yeah, this one, it looks like it's really struggling for sellers to take control and push down. Like I said, it's using my entry as support, but we've still got this very strong resistance area above it. Who's in this, by the way? And we've still got this very strong resistance area above it. You know, this current daily candle is showing a lower high, lower low, and I know it hasn't closed yet, but always a good sign. And then if you look at the 12-hour, we've got 2 consecutive lower highs and, well, a lower low from the previous candle. So you know, it's looking pretty okay so far. I'm not overly concerned with this setup at all. It's just, like I said, a slow mover, so it will probably take a while to pick up. Yeah, a few of you are in. Now let's just see how it plays out. But yeah, I'm happy it triggered. I'm doing a live trade video on this one, so I've been doing video. Well, no, I've only done one video so far, but I've done a video of me placing the pending order. So probably after this webinar, I'm going to do an update video. I've made it my goal to do more live trade videos, so you guys can actually see me entering and managing the trade, as opposed to just sharing it in the analysis and then updating you guys on the forum about my entry. I just think it's a bit better to have it in video. So I've done a live trade video of this trade. Now that it's triggered, I'm going to post a live trade video regardless of what happens. If it's a failed trade, it's a failed trade, I'll post it. If it's a positive trade, it's a positive trade and I'll post it. So yeah, live trade video should be somewhat interesting, I hope, anyway. But yeah, not much analysis beyond that. I mean, it's pretty much broken, and now it's not really doing much, so not much analysis there. So let's move to GBPUSD. What's going on with GBPUSD? So GBPUSD is definitely finding some pretty solid support at this massively strong support area we discussed yesterday. It's finding support here. It's pretty much, look at it on the 12-hour. We got these last three candles all stuck in this area, and it's starting to move up a little bit now. So I'm kind of hopeful with this trade. I think it has some pretty good potential. It hasn't triggered yet, just to be clear. My entry is going to be here, but I'm still looking forward to it. I'm not too sure if I want to enter at the start of Friday, but this is a swing trade, so you know, my feeling is it's probably not going to trigger until tomorrow, if at all. So I'm never really comfortable entering a daily chart trade or a 12-hour chart trade on a Friday morning, because it takes a while for it to kind of get going on such a large time frame. But yeah, it's a swing trade, so I think I'm probably just going to leave my pending order there and just let it go, see what happens. But it looks like buyers are taking control right now, so we might get it triggered earlier. So yeah, those are the two setups I have. One's triggered, one has yet to trigger. Let's see how they play out. Now let's look for more setups, because we want more setups. We're going to enter 50 trades at a time if we can. But not really. I probably won't enter more than these two trades. I've used up most of my overall risk that I'm willing to have at any one time, open trade risk at any one time. I've used up most of it across these two pairs. GBPUSD, very low risk, but AUD New Zealand, I've taken a bit more risk. So, you know, I could probably do another position with kind of low risk, but I don't know. I'm probably going to wait for a really nice trade setup. I'm not going to take just any old setup. Nothing really happening on Euro USD. The support area we were looking at yesterday for a potential reversal, it's kind of reversed from it a bit too early. I was looking for more getting in maybe if price got stuck down here and then getting in, but it seems to have pushed away too early. Hasn't really pushed away that much though, so we could still get that kind of setup where it pushes down into the area. So let's continue to keep an eye on Euro USD, but not terribly excited about that. All right, GBP/JPY. This is kind of doing what I was expecting yesterday, kind of stalling at this resistance area, but there's nothing really tradable here. So let's just not bother with that anymore. AUDCAD, what is going on with AUDCAD? In between two support resistance areas, nothing much happening. AUDJPY, let's check that out. Nope. AUDUSD. That looks interesting. Maybe not on the daily. Maybe 8 hour. Hello. Hello, you cute little indecision candle. Huh, okay. 6 hour maybe? No, 4 hour. It's clear that we have indecision here on the support area. I don't like that. See that area, this like mess we have here to the left? I'm not too crazy about that. And then if we look even further to the left, we have this here. So basically, just this area is probably going to be a problem. So let's say on the 8 hour, it's going to close in 47 minutes. So there's a good possibility that the candle's going to close as it is now. Let's say, in theory, it were to close pretty much exactly as is. I'd be worried. Right, so this would be my entry, my stop loss, let's say. I mean, that's a very, very, wait, let me zoom in. That's a very tight entry and a tight stop loss. But I'm just putting it there for now, just to illustrate this point. So let's say we have this very tight entry, very tight stop loss, price breaks above, we immediately enter. Not the smartest thing, but let's say we just do, as soon as it breaks above like the very tip of that indecision candle, we enter. Then when it gets to here, I'd be worried about seeing something like this, where it stalled for like 17th to, where it stalled for several weeks. And here too, on its way down, it bounced away from there. I don't know. I'm not that confident with this, to be honest. Let's keep a close eye on it, on AUDNZD, but I doubt there's going to be an actual trade here. CAD JPY is still doing its thing. Stuck on an area of support resistance. Boring. Euro AUD has broken above. Nothing much going on there. Euro CAD. Euro CAD is going up too. Nothing much on Euro JPY. This is some boring analysis that we're doing today. I removed all the shaded areas from this one. That's why it looks so weird. All right, I'm gonna replace the shaded areas because it looks like we might have something decent happening here. All right. Buyers are definitely struggling. For every step that they have to take up in these last few candles, they've been struggling. They seem pretty determined. Getting a series of higher highs, a series of lower lows. The bodies are consecutively smaller, but they are obviously gaining ground. I'm going to keep an eye on this. It looks like we could potentially see a reversal here. With this on the free day. I'm just curious what it looks like on the free day. Look at it on the free day. On the free day, it looks like a perfect little indecision candle. But yeah, that's how it kind of works with price action and with reading candles. People focus too much on a single time frame and they don't read the overall price. But overall price here is telling us that there is some solid indecision. It's just buyers are still overall stronger. So let's keep an eye on it. I mean, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one to actually want to enter because it's worked its way pretty high into the resistance. But yeah, it's worth watching. But yeah, it's probably not going to be traded. Euro New Zealand just working its way up. We need some new support resistance on this one, to be honest. I'll do that later though. 12-hour. GBP AUD. Okay. Overall downtrend. Was messy for a long time, but this looks interesting. I mean, the downtrend is kind of like dying out. So well, maybe not. All right, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here. I'm kind of curious. Problem with this is I can already tell that probably we're not going to get a good risk to reward ratio on a short trade here. Say best case scenario entry and the tightest stop possible, which I probably wouldn't have a stop that tight. We're still only going to get 1.85 before it reaches this previous point of bounce from. Yeah, it's not that great looking, but let's keep an eye on it regardless. I mean, if you spot something like this, it's worth keeping an eye on it. It's worth seeing how it progresses. You might not necessarily enter. You might not be convinced that it's a good setup right now, but by the time the candle closes, maybe something else has happened. You might consider it worth entering. So it's worth keeping an eye on, but yeah, I'm not terribly excited over this one. Yeah, not much going on GBPUSD. New Zealand CAD, what is up with you? Yeah, nothing much, it's below support. New Zealand JPY, still doing that thing, still stuck on this reversal area. Still looks good. Is anyone still in this? You might have been stopped out, I guess, from these wicks that have popped down. I mean, I want to see where your stop should have been. Let's imagine your stop was perfectly placed below the lowest current low. You would have still had a very good risk to reward ratio. You could have had a wider stop. Obviously now that I've seen how low it's gone, it's easy to say, yeah, the stop could have been below that low. So I'm not saying that because, hindsight, everything, hindsight is 20/20, whatever that saying is. I can say, yeah, you should have put your stop here. I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying you could have had a wider stop with this because you have a pretty clear run, right? When you look at this, you have a pretty clear run up to at least here. Yeah, at least there. You have a pretty clear run. There's not much in your way. So your target being at least here, you could have had a wider stop. That's fine, Ash. Oh wait, people who are on YouTube can't see the conversation. That sucks. I must not have scrolled down. So I've been, essentially, people who are watching this recording have seen me talking to myself. Oh no, but I haven't really answered any questions, have I, since? Yeah, that's okay then. Oh god, we got that bug again where I have to scroll down manually. I hate it when this happens. I'm going to change the webinar software. I'm getting tired of this. It's just a stupid bug. Alright, so anyway. You chose to have a small target. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not. You didn't do anything wrong with this trade, Ash. I'm just saying, with a target up here, your stop loss could have been a bit wider, so you'd still be in this trade. You would have given yourself a little bit more room, and you'd still be in this trade. And there's still a possibility that it's going to go up. But you traded it with a smaller target, so obviously you needed to have a tighter stop, so that's fine. This is just something that you have to note down in your trading journal, and I hope you have. Note down in your trading journal that this trade you would have still been in this trade had it had a bit of a wider stop. And obviously the benefit of that is if you're looking back on your 50 trades 6 months from now, and you see that a lot of trades would have been profitable if you had a wider stop, then you've identified something that you're doing that could be improved. So just note down in your journal that if you had a tighter stop, it could have worked out better. Yeah, Ash, that's fine. I'm not criticizing your stop, man. I'm not. You followed your rules, that's fine. All I'm saying is if you note it down in your journal and then you identify like 10 trades out of your 50 trades could have worked out a little bit better or could have been completely profitable if you had that wider stop there, then you know that your stop losses are too tight. If 50 trades from now, this is the only trade, or maybe there's another 2 trades that would have went well if you had a tighter, wider stop, then that data doesn't really tell you much. It tells you, yeah, maybe out of 50 trades, it's gonna save me from losing 1 or 2 trades, but that's not worth changing your whole stop system over. So I'm just saying, note it down in your trading journal, and it might be an improvement you can make 6 months down the road when you have more data. And obviously you too, Catherine, note it down in your trading journal and change it after you have enough data. If the data suggests that a tighter stop is causing you to lose trades. Everything you do with trading is about improving, and it's about tracking what you do and then improving upon it. Tracking what you do and improving upon it. You're not going to be an amazing trader in your first 6 months or your first year, but as long as you're constantly working to improve your trading, writing down every detail about the trade in your trading journal. This is not your logbook. This is your trading journal. It's a separate thing. This puts down details about your trades, even your emotions or your confidence level about the trade. You should be tracking everything. I think I shared a template of my journal somewhere in the forum. I'll try to track it down for you guys. You track everything and then you improve it with time. You improve it, you improve it, you improve it. You identify across all your good trades, you identify the similarities between all your good trades, you identify the similarities between all your bad trades, then you try to accentuate the things you've done right, and you try to limit the things you've done wrong. And then with if you're doing things right, your next 50 trades are going to be a little bit better. Then with those next 50 trades, you identify what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, then your next 50 trades are going to be better and better until you're at a point where your expectancy is, you know, above, is at what you want. All right. New Zealand USD. Stalling at support, but no, I'm not going to take a trade here. If it drops a bit lower, sure, but that's well above my support area. It's tempting, but I'm just gonna skip it. It's too far above my support area. Not interested. USD CAD. Ooh, this is looking nice. This is not going to trigger till next week. I doubt it. It might not even trigger, but what I'm thinking right now might not happen until next week. I'm sure you guys can see what I'm thinking, right? All right, what am I thinking? Yeah, but from where? Yes, Jan, I'm in AUD New Zealand. Jan, if you refer to the forum, I gave my my pending order numbers in the forum, so you can tell if I'm in AUD New Zealand or GBPUSD via the forum. I can't go over them again. AUD New Zealand triggered though, GBPUSD hasn't. All right. Yeah. You guys got it. Is it Jan or is it Yan? No, I just want to ask so I get it right. So it's Jan. I can't remember which one I said first. Jan. Yes, okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys got it right. I mean, this resistance area is pretty strong. Look at the last time this resistance area was hit. Well, not hit, sorry, I meant to say, look at the last time it was above this resistance area, is what I meant to say here. So that was way back in 2016. Okay, not that far back. It looks like a lot further, but we're on the 12-hour chart. But still, that is a fair, that's like over a year now, because we're in March, yeah. So this is pretty much, this resistance area is the yearly high. It's the highest point it's been in a year. Well, that's the exact highest point above the high of this wick, where I have my cursor now. But this resistance area in general is the highest point it's been in a year. So now, seriously, that's just a year? It looks like so much more. So now it's approaching this kind of yearly high again. And what the hell keeps making that noise? I keep getting a bing as if I'm getting messages somewhere, but I don't know where the messages are coming through. This is annoying. Okay, I need to figure it out later, but I can just mute my sound for now. I just keep getting these bing, 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 and I'm trying to talk, and it's just really, really annoying me. All right, so sorry, where was I? Yeah, so we got this resistance area. This resistance is a yearly high. It's the yearly resistance, let's call it. It's approaching the yearly resistance, fast approaching it. So buyers are in strong control of price. It's trending really heavily towards this resistance area. But is it going to stall at this resistance area? It's possible. I mean, we had a very strong trend up to here, and it stalled and it turned around. The one before that wasn't really that strong of a trend, but it's possible that we might see the same thing again. So let's keep a very close eye on this one. I'm actually pretty excited about this. This could be a bit of a longer term short. So we could, for example, let's say we get good indecision there. We could have our first target at the support area, then have a second target possibly down here, because this could be a long-term move. This is definitely worth keeping an eye on. It's looking really nice. Let's watch it and let's see what happens. I'm really excited about this one, but it's probably not going to happen until next week, because we still need price to reach up here. Then we need it to stall up here, and today's Thursday. By the time this happens, it's probably going to be Monday, but or even Tuesday. But that's okay, because I'd rather enter this on a Tuesday than enter it tomorrow. So let's keep a very close eye on this. This looks awesome. Really good potential for a short on USDCAD. Let's move this to there. All right, USDCHF is the final pair we're looking at today. It's broken above. Yeah, nothing much going on there. All right, so let's do some summary real quick. AUD New Zealand, we're short in this trade. Pending order has triggered. I'm going to let it run, see what happens. Probably not going to get a resolution on this until next week anyway, so. GBPUSD has not triggered yet, pushing up kind of, so let's keep a close eye on it and see what happens with GBPUSD. USDCAD, we've just discussed that in detail, no further explanation needed. AUDUSD stalling on support. Bit of a risky trade going long here. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm going to keep a close eye on it. And Euro GBP, yeah, again, some kind of like messy support, messy indecision on this area of resistance might turn into a trade, but probably not. So let's keep a close eye on it. But yeah, the main ones are GBPUSD still pending order, AUD New Zealand currently short, and USDCAD next week. Maybe tomorrow, but highly doubtful. Most likely next week. So yeah, I guess that wraps up the analysis. I don't think there's much else to discuss. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. In case you missed it, Forex Mastermind, my online training course and forum, is now open for enrollment for a few days. Check it out by clicking the link below this video. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.